We're running an R2C program, research to commercialization. And what we're trying to do is to take innovations from universities, research-based innovations, and take them to market, support them to be able to commercialize.
And the second objective is now within the institution. How do we support these institutions so that they're able to run an R2C program within the institution? So how do we do this? Through 4 main pillars. The first pillar is an accelerator program where we are focusing on 40 researchers, 20 of them are specifically women, and when we're doing this in collaboration with Mawazo Institute, and when we also have just 20 researchers from the general institutions, research centers and universities. That's the first pillar. So the accelerator program, just getting them ready to be able to meet the market, to be able to meet the investor.
This week has been very insightful. We have learned a lot. Personally, I've enjoyed listening to the different speakers for the different topics that you have been taken through, and I have taken different learnings, and I'm planning to go and apply the skills and the ideas in my innovation. And I generally appreciate the team, the Kenya organization, as well as the Victoria Ventures, because of the choice of the topics. They are very relevant to what we needed to be able to scale our innovations. So we thank you very much for that, and we are looking forward to the next session.
It started very well. From all the topics around granting for our innovations, it went into financial management and how to manage the funds that you've gotten from investors or even your own fundraising. And we also given details on the possibility of co-sharing the innovation with our universities, because that has been one of the topics of co-sharing. So one of the interesting insights from Minnesota University was looking at opportunities of sharing the innovation between the university and your co-partners in several ratios, from 30% all the way to 10%. So I think we've gotten a way of how we can convince our universities to partner with us and give us opportunity to commercialize our innovations, which has been a big challenge. And today in this training, those are some of the very good insights. And the last one is visiting the industry. We went to Gearbox and we learned quite a number of innovations, which is a world-class innovation, and they are doing quite a number of interesting things, from skill to an academy of training the young scientists.
For week 3, we have received some good training from Kenya and specifically Victoria Ventures. Most of the aspects that touch on our innovations were captured, especially on issues to do with financing, getting grants, and getting investors, both from Kenya and outside Kenya. So we have also been able to perfect our pitch decks, and we think that going forward, we'll be able to present in a good way or in a better manner these innovations, so that we can get proper funding and bring these innovations into life.
I think week 3 has been transformative for us. We've tried to build on what we learned in week 1 and week 2, and now we've seen the transformation whereby now people are talking about having startups and ready to move to commercialization, as compared to week 2 when we were not too sure of what we want to do. And what I've learned also is people have been trying to engage managers in the institutions towards being allowed to have startups, or also exploring the licensing option, which is not the discussion we had in the previous one, week 1 and week 2. And I think this one now prepares us to go to the next stage, which is engaging investors, trying to talk to potential funders. I think that we are now well prepared for that stage. We just need to do a little bit of polishing up of our pitches, aligning maybe our slides, adding a few more of details. I think we'll be more than prepared now to talk to potential investors.
As an TOT participant, what you get out of the program is a couple of things. The first thing is networks. So we've handpicked very good candidates from various research institutions and universities from across the country. So you're literally meeting with people from across the country who are champions in research commercialization in their institutions. And you're getting to get a sense of what's their experience, what are their challenges, what are their successes, and where can you collaborate. So I think that's a very important layer. The second thing is the content. So we go through the content, and there's some areas that perhaps even as a champion, you may not be very clear on. So you're able then to ask questions, you're able to engage with the content, which hopefully makes you much better when you go back to your institution in terms of being able to sell the same content you're speaking about. And so even after going through the content, we're going to give you a toolkit which will have all the content the R2C participants are going to go through. And so then you can use that for your own purposes. And I would say probably on the first point of the networks are not only internal, there's also external networks that you're able to get in this case, because the speakers who come on board, the people you're able to sort of like engage with, get their contacts and so forth. We're also putting together a database of different networks that we think are important for you as you're looking to commercialize, work with innovators from your institution.
The workshop has been great. We have got a lot of resources from the facilitators which we shall be able to use, such as costing resources, especially in terms of technology valuation, and also in terms of tools which you can use to measure impact, and we have also been guided on the same. We have also got very good information when we are looking at how we are able to engage investors, especially looking at how we are able to link these investors to our research officers in the products that they have been able to develop, so that they can be able to effectively commercialize. And this program, I have noted, it is not only for the researchers per se, it is also going to give us a very good traction when it comes to our entrepreneurial supply and making sure that their technologies are properly commercialized, link them very well to the investors, through investor matching, and also getting the appropriate funds that they need.
The lessons have been exceptional, especially looking at the research to commercialization journey, looking at the things we need to put in place in order to succeed in enabling research outputs, ideas to actually scale into the market and become solutions that the society is looking forward to.
From Kenya National Innovation Agency, we are trying very hard to be able to increase the number of R2C that in institutions, so that at the end of it all, we can be able to preach this Bible to all the institutions.